In the summer of '87, a hiker in Germany's Black Forest stumbled upon a leather-bound journal half buried in moss. Its pages, written in archaic German, detailed the disappearance of an entire 18th century logging camp. The final entry read, "He comes when the trees grow silent. The faceless one demands a witness." Authorities dismissed it as a hoax, but the journal's sketches, tall, limbless figures haunting the woods, match descriptions given by victims across centuries. This is the closest thing to an origin story the Slender Man has.
Before the woods, Lucy and I found this old newspaper clipping in her attic from 1932. It said a boy named Peter Walsh vanished near Blackwell Creek. His sister swore he was taken by a tall man made of shadows. We laughed about it, but after we saw him, Lucy dug deeper. She found stories from the 1800s, farmers losing livestock, kids drawing stick figures with too many arms. I think he's always been here, just waiting for someone to look.
Pinecrest Gazette, 1932. Local boy Peter Walsh, 12, remains missing after wandering near Blackwell Creek. His sister, Mary Walsh, claims a skeletal shadow man carried him into the woods. Police have found no evidence of foul play.
In 1793, a Puritan colony settled near what's now Pinecrest. Their logs mention a spirit of the forest that demanded tribute. They'd leave trinkets, pocket watches, locks of hair to appease it. When a child went missing, they burned the woods. The fire spread for miles, but after the ashes cooled, the trees grew back within weeks, twisted, blackened, and the disappearances continued.
Puritan Journal, 1793, October 12th. Brother Samuel ventured into the thicket to hunt. He returned screaming of a pale demon with limbs like serpents. We pray for his soul.
My dad worked the Blackwell Woods in '72. His crew found a cabin deep in the trees, walls covered in those spiral symbols. Inside was a camera, rusted shut. When they pried it open, there was a photo inside. Showed a group of men from the 1920s, all smiling, except for this thing looming behind them, tall, faceless. Dad said the crew boss burned the photo. 2 days later, a logger named Hank vanished. They found his boots laced to a tree branch, 30 feet up.
Police report, 1972, missing Henry Hank Briggs. Last seen near mile marker 7. Search team recovered boots, size 11, suspended from oak tree. No fingerprints, no wildlife interference.
After we came back, I started seeing the spiral symbol everywhere. Graffiti on the bus stop, scratched into my desk. I showed it to my grandma, and she freaked out. Said her brother drew the same thing before he drowned in Blackwell Creek in 1955. The coroner called it an accident, but she swore his pockets were full of pine cones, and his eyes were gone. Just smooth skin.
Coroner's note, 1955. Deceased, Joseph Hale. Cause of death, drowning. Peculiarities, orbital sockets absent, no signs of trauma. Organic residue in pockets, identified as pine sap and human hair. Not victims.
The Slender Man's impossible proportions, height, limb length, align with theoretical models of interdimensional beings. Imagine a creature existing partially in our reality, its body stretched across dimensions. The static survivors report could be electromagnetic interference from its transition. As for the symbols, they might act as anchors, tethering it here. But this is speculation. All I know is the math doesn't lie. That woods is the wrong place. Lab analysis. 2023. Sample from Emma Carter's scar. Contains particles exhibiting quantum entanglement. When observed, particles decay. When unobserved, regenerate. Conclusion. Unknown biological, metaphysical properties.
The Whistler family owned land bordering the woods. One night, their youngest, Tommy, started sleepwalking toward the trees. They chained his ankle to the bed. Next morning, the chain was intact, but Tommy was gone. His mom swore she heard clicking outside the window. We found Tommy's drawings later, a stick figure with 8 arms standing over their house. The family moved, but the new owners reported the same thing, kids whispering to the tall man at night.
Ancient cultures worshipped entities in nature. Maybe the Slender Man is a tulpa, a thought form born from collective fear, or a prehistoric predator that evolved to hide. But here's the kicker. In 2019, a hiker found a cave painting in Chile, dated 3000 BCE, same symbol, same faceless figure. How do you explain that? Email from Dr. Clara Mendez, archaeologist. The Chilean figure is labeled El Sin Rostro, the faceless one.
Locals say it feeds on attention. The more you believe, the stronger it becomes. From 1793 to 2024, every 30-50 years, clusters of disappearances strike Blackwell Woods. Survivors, if they return, describe the same entity, the same symbols, the same silence. But with each cycle, the disappearances grow more frequent. In the 1800s, 1 every decade. In 2024, 3 in 6 months. Is the Slender Man growing stronger? Or are we simply looking harder? In March 2024, a TikTok video, uploaded by 16-year-old Zoe Carter, no relation to Emma, went viral. Filmed in her bedroom, she whispers, "He's in the static," before panning to her TV screen, which flickers with a distorted silhouette. The video ends with a guttural voice growling, "You're next." Authorities dismissed it as a filter glitch. Zoe vanished 2 days later. Her phone was found in the Blackwell Woods, its storage corrupted, except for one file, a 12-second clip of Zoe, running, breathless, as something tall and branch-like pursues her.
Zoe's case broke the pattern. Victims used to be teens or adults. But in 2024, we got a call about a 4-year-old Mia Thompson. Her parents swore she'd been in her crib. They found her stuffed bear at the edge of the woods. Its eyes were missing. Security footage showed something outside their window that night. Too tall for the frame, too still to be human.
Security footage analysis, 2024, frame 387, anomaly detected at window. Thermal imaging shows ambient temperature drop of 20°4 F. Audio analysis reveals subharmonic frequency, 18 Hz, associated with infrasound-induced fear responses.
I didn't believe the stories. I went into the woods for a dare. At first, it was normal. Then my phone died. The air got thick. I saw a kid, a little girl in a nightgown. "Mia," she said, "he wants you to follow." I ran, but the trees kept circling me. Then he stepped out, not from behind a tree, through it, like the trunk split into his body. His hand, if you can call it that, grabbed my shoulder. Cold, not like ice, like nothingness. I woke up in the hospital. The doctor said I'd been gone 48 hours. No dehydration, no exposure. But my shoulder, it has blackened vein-like streaks. They can't explain this. It spreads when I talk about him.
Medical report. Jason Briggs. Patient exhibits necrotic tissue patterning inconsistent with known pathogens. Tissue samples self-destruct under microscopy. Recommend isolation.
After Tommy vanished, my family never sold the land. Grandma said the tall man would claim the rest of us if we did. Last year I hiked out there. The cabin's gone, but the symbols are still carved into the stumps. I set up a trail cam. Caught this thing. Not him. Something else. Small, humanoid, with the same face. Like a kid version. It left this on my porch.
Trail cam photo. 2023 blurry figure. 3 feet tall. Standing beside a tree. Face featureless. Arms elongated. Ending in claw-like protrusions.
Zoe's phone wasn't just corrupted, its data was rewritten. We recovered fragments of code and unrecognized programming language. When we ran it through a decryptor, it generated images of the Slender Man. Then our servers crashed. Every device in the lab displayed the same message. Seek and you will be found. 2 days later, my colleague, Dr. Evans, drove into the woods.
His car was found idling, doors open. His Fitbit showed his heart rate spiked to 200 BPM, then flatlined. His body's still missing. Code fragment from Zoe's phone, 4D, 45, 4E, 54, 49, 53, 20, 48, 55, 4E, 47, 52, 59. Translates to ASCII. Mentis hungry, Latin for mind hungry.
We called ourselves the witnesses. We thought if we fed him, he'd spare us. Left offerings in the woods, photos, diaries, blood. But in 2022, he started changing. The symbols glowed at night. People heard voices in their sleep. Then members began disappearing. Sarah went first. We found her journal. He doesn't want offerings anymore. He wants believers. I quit, changed my name. But last month, I found a spiral carved into my front door. My cat's throat was slit. No blood, just sap. He's telling me he knows where I am. Cult Journal entry, 2022, day 47. The static is louder. He showed me a vision. Cities in ruins, people with no faces. He says it's inevitable. He's not a monster. He's the future.
We studied Jason Briggs's necrosis. The blackened tissue emits faint radiation. Not harmful, but impossible. It matches neutrino patterns from deep space phenomena. My theory? The Slender Man isn't interdimensional. He's a byproduct. A shadow cast by something larger crossing into our reality. The static, the symbols, they're symptoms of the breach, and it's widening. Satellite imaging of Blackwell Woods. Thermal scan reveals a mile-wide cold spot, minus 150 Dufour-F, drifting slowly northeast, unaffected by external weather.
He's not in the woods anymore. He's everywhere. I see him in crowds, just a flicker, taller than everyone else. My therapist says it's PTSD, but last week, my neighbor saw him. An 80-year-old woman with no history of delusions. She described the suit, the lack of face. He's evolving, learning. The more we talk about him, the more power he steals. That's why I'm done. After this interview, I'm shutting up. Maybe he'll forget me. Or maybe he'll come tonight. Either way, tell Lucy I'm sorry. Tell her not to look at the screens.
As of October 2024, Blackwell Woods has been sealed by the National Guard. Unofficial reports claim soldiers heard scraping noises and disembodied whispers. 2 privates deserted, citing something in the fog. Emma Carter remains missing. Jason Briggs is quarantined in a government facility. Lucy Hale has deleted all social media, but her final post reads, "He's in the wires now. You'll see." The Slender Man is no longer confined to campfire tales. He's in our devices, our dreams, our doubt. And as the world grows more connected, his hunger grows louder. He is ancient, he is patient, and he is learning.